crafty fam, it's Alex Vanover and welcome back to my craft room. I cannot wait to show you my Target Dollar Spot haul and these super cute fall Cricut DIYs. You guys are going to love these crafts. I'm telling you, they're gonna get all the fall vibes going. So if you could let me know in the chat that you can hear me okay and see me okay, we are gonna dive right in and get started with all this content. Let me just check out the comments over here on my laptop and take a deep breath, because I just ran up the stairs and didn't really realize how out of breath I was until I started talking to all of you. So let me know if you can hear me. Let me grab my mouse so I can make my computer back up and we'll get this party started. Whew. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm so excited to be live with you. It's been a minute since we've been live together. Oh, cool. It's gonna make me watch ads. Hi guys, how's it going? Good, good, looking good. Oh, sorry guys, my printer, you might hear my printer making some noise while I was setting up and getting ready. I was testing out the new Caesar DTV, so my printer is still on. Usually I turn it off because it likes to randomly make all kinds of noise. Hello, hi Diana, hi Dee, hi Kristen, and Renee, welcome, welcome. Oh, what are you guys talking about? What video around design bundles? Cool, cool. Hello, hello, everyone. I'm so excited you're here. Hi, Elisa. And Candace, welcome. Yes. So I have been super busy. I have not had a chance to try the Caesar DTV, but I actually just shared on my Instagram stories how funky the first set of DTV that I tried looked, or like the first sheet of it, because I was experimenting with printer settings and what looks good, and it looked absolutely horrible. So if you want to go laugh with me, go check out my Instagram stories. Yeah, so that will definitely be coming soon. I'm going to make sure I figured out all the bells and whistles, make sure that I know exactly how it works and everything, and I have all the best tips for you because you know that's how I do things. And then I will definitely have a video coming for you very soon. Cool, cool. All right, guys. Welcome to those of you who are new. I don't know that I'll catch every single name, but it sounds like I'm looking okay. Everyone can hear. That's great. Good, good, good. Oh, awesome. Hi, Louise. Hi, Crispy Snickers. All right, good deal. Well, since we are going to get this party started, let's go ahead and start with the Target haul. So I literally have everything in bags under my table. I'm just going to grab it and get started. Y'all know I'm pretty low tech with my presentation of stuff around here. And this is by full disclosure, this is not the biggest Target haul by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, when I went to the Target that I was at, I really didn't feel like they had a whole lot. But after looking through it, there were lots of things that I liked, lots of things that I thought would make really great blanks and just really cute home decor. So I will definitely be going back to Target probably to complete my fall look. This is just kind of an initial glance, an initial walkthrough. Hey Jessica, yep, I am live today. It's really me. Hey Ashley, welcome. So glad you guys are here. Hi Mary, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's get this party started. Sorry if the bags are a little loud in the microphone. You may have to turn your sound down a little bit. So I'll start with the 3 pieces that I'm actually going to craft with, and then I'll show you everything else that I bought that I'm not going to craft with today. And some of it's actually pre-made because Target had some really cute stuff that was just already cute on its own. So the first few pieces that I just put back in these bags are the pieces that I'm going to be working with today. You guys may recognize these because they had a similar version of these little cutting boards that also have legs last year. And I think I did a live with 143 where we painted these, because the chalk paint had just come out. So it was about a year ago that they got these in for the first time, but they are back. And I ended up buying 2 of them because I really liked the square shape, or I guess the rectangle shape, as well as the round shape. And I have a couple different plans for these 2. So these are 2 of the pieces that we're going to be crafting today. And then they also had just some super cute like blank signs and signboards. Now this one already had a little hanger on the top, but I thought this was so fun, and this is just perfect for us Cricut crafters because literally all we have to do is customize it right in the center and we are all good to go, which is awesome. Oh, Ashley said she tried to find a vacuum that the Target Dollar Spot had and you never found it. It can be like, I love Target Dollar Spot shopping. If you guys have been around here for a while, you know that I am more likely to go to Target than anywhere to find like cheap blanks, mostly because the Dollar Tree near me where I live is not very good and I have to go really far to get to a really good Dollar Tree in Louisville that like I like a different one, but it's really far away. So I tend to go to Target because I have Targets closer to me than I do Dollar Tree, which is why I end up there as well. But I'm still obsessed anyways. Candace used to work for Target 20 years ago. That's awesome. Yeah, and it definitely, as you progress through your Target Dollar Spot shopping, if you didn't already know this, you'll know that some Targets are different than others. I have a couple ones that I like to consistently go to, but they are definitely not always the same. So the next little item is this little guy. I don't know how well you guys can see that in the camera, but it's actually, let me take you overhead and I'll show you what this looks like. Hang on just a second. Okay, so the next piece is these little wood crates, and they have a picture of them right here. But what was really tricky about this, I was talking to Kayla Norton about it, is this little crate is just one of these little pieces to stack. You have to buy a second one if you actually want to stack them on top of each other. And I thought this would be a super fun way to make like a multi-dimensional kind of taller stack, because I don't have a ton of space to decorate that is like necessarily wide. I have more space that I want to go tall. So I figured I could do like a double decker type of design with these two crates. So they're $5 each, and you just screw the little legs into the bottom. And so I'm excited to create almost like a little tiered tray set using these little wood crates. I can fill them with pumpkins or pine cones or all different kinds of stuff. They're super, super versatile. Just checking out your comments. Oh, Dee, I'll have to try that. Yeah, I need to go observe more Target Dollar Spots for sure. Ashley said, how long are you going to scream? Oh my gosh, am I going to scream today? Am I going to stream today? So my goal is to keep this around an hour, because some of you guys know, if you've been around the block with DIY Alex for a little bit, on a lot of Tuesdays I try to go to Bible study, and tonight is a Bible study night. So I'm going to try to keep our stuff around an hour, which is why I'm going to move pretty fast. So the next piece that I got was just these cute plain decorative pine cones. I like to buy decorative pine cones rather than finding them outside, mostly because when I find them outside, they are usually sticky. So I like buying these. I think these were $3 for a whole set of them. And so I could use them in this and another piece that I bought while I was at Target. Next up, I found these super cute little pre-made signs that will probably end up on top of my cubes when I decorate for fall. This one says fall is my favorite, and it kind of looks like these pieces in the middle here are wood, but they almost kind of look like leather with the way that they have the little like brads or little nails, like decorative nails on the side. They're super cute. And then this one says autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. And so they make a super cute color coordinated set. So that's why I bought two of them, because for my cubes, or well, I call them my cubes, but they're my Calyx cubes from IKEA behind me. Oops. I always try to do like a symmetrical type of look since they are the same. So I bought these two to use specifically in my craft room. Diana said, thanks, Alex. Now I have to go purchase more stuff. I know, it's all kind of the worst. Hey, Carol, thanks. You love my hot glue gun. So this is the Lynn Lilly wireless hot glue gun, which you guys will see me use later. I did break this piece off because I dropped it and one of like the sides fell off where it screws in. But I think you have to get these directly from the Surebonder website. That's the brand of glue gun that it is, Surebonder, and that's where you can get this one too. Yep, exactly, Kristen. They don't have bugs either. Amen, sister. Amen. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I'm home alone today because my husband is working, and I literally saw the biggest cricket in my house, like actual cricket like the bug, not cricket like the machine, in my house, and I thought that I was going to lose my marbles. Like, I literally went crazy. I threw a couple shoes at it, but it was right by my water heater closet, and so it ran back into the water heater closet. But literally it was huge, and I know that that means fall is coming, which is a good thing, but I literally almost lost it. Like, grown woman, straight up lost it about a cricket in my house. So if you guys are like me, you understand. Yeah. It does kind of look like pattern vinyl, doesn't it? Yeah, some of my patterns. Super cute. All right, so the next piece I bought is like a kind of a traditional tiered tray type of piece. I think it says gathered together. And I just liked the size of it. I like that it stands on its own. Might be a little big for a tiered tray, but you could also use it like on a shelf or something. And then, you guys, this adorable little wagon. Is this thing not super cute or what? And it's super tiny. It was $5, but it's super tiny. It doesn't roll. The wheels are stuck in place. But I thought this would be so fun to stuff with mini pumpkins, especially like the velvety pumpkins or the glittery pumpkins to put on a small space. Absolutely adorable. I'm so excited. Dee says, my thinking, if the bug doesn't bother me, I won't bother it. Candace doesn't have crickets bother her, but spiders do. So, you guys, if you don't know this about me in my real life, I am literally terrified of basically every single type of bug. Like, we're not talking like houseflies and ladybugs, okay? Because I'm not like a crazy person. But I am terrified of basically anything with more than 4 legs. I'm not a fan. Even if the legs are too long, like crickets, I don't do any bugs at all. Even though I do love to be outside. So, I literally almost lost my marbles. It was rough. I know, Connie, I'm telling you, I am an absolute sucker. Janelle said she bought the same signs. I know, I'm telling you. So cute, guys. So cute. Okay, and then the rest of my haul is all tiny things. So I may have to take you overhead so that you guys can see it because they are very small. My thinking is that they're all going to be used for tiered tray stuff. So I have a small, like, kind of like a double-decker tier tray that is square down by my coffee bar. So some of these are for that. And then some of these are for my other tier tray that I bought back when we did the Spring Farmhouse Mystery Box. So that's what I'll be using these last few pieces for. But I'm going to take you overhead and show you them because they are tiny. Dorothy's afraid of them. Like, listen, there is nothing like it. And I would love to tell you that I know it's irrational, and I do. I know it's irrational to be afraid of bugs that are not going to harm me in any way, shape, or form, and it doesn't matter. I would love to be smarter than that, but the problem is I'm just not. I just can't hang. I'd be losing my mind. Pretty much, Mary. Pretty much with all bugs, which is definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. Oh, yes, that would be so cute, Ashley. That's a great idea. Yeah, some 3D pumpkins. So cute. I know, Dee. I know. It's awful. And ironically, like, things like snakes, they don't bother me that much. Like, do I want to hang out with a snake? Like, maybe not really. But I would rather take, like, a small snake over a bug. I know. It doesn't make any sense, okay? I don't claim to understand it. That's just how I roll. I can't help it. I've been like that as long as I can remember. All right, so I'm taking y'all overhead to show you these little teeny tiny mini pieces because they are so cute. Oh, yeah, Diana, how they sing. I know. I work out in my garage. And there are lots and lots of crickets in there because they are always singing. And I especially hate when they sing at 8 a.m. while I'm trying to work out because it's so loud where, like, the floor is concrete and the walls are bare. It echoes the cricket sound and it makes it so loud. And it's tough. It's tough. Y'all are more team no snakes. I know. Honestly, I wish I was more afraid of snakes and less afraid of bugs. But unfortunately, that's just how God made me. Just terrified of them. But anyways, all right. So, it looks like a lot of little pieces, and they are, but they were only like $1 each. I think every single one of these was $1. Yeah, every single one of these was $1. So here's what I ended up with. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Hopefully it will just zoom. Yeah, okay, good. So I've got a few coffee ones like this one. I liked that it had almost like a foily look to the letters. I thought that made it honestly look like it was nicer than $1, really. So I liked that one. That was super cute. And then these little gift tags with the cute wood beads. I thought this was super fun too. And it says hot coffee served fresh daily. So these two for sure will go in my little coffee tiered tray situation. And then I'll see where the rest of these fit. I don't know if they're going to go in my regular tiered tray or if they're going to go in my coffee one. This one just says welcome, which is super plain, but I liked the shape of it. I liked how it was like 3D. It can sit up by itself, and I liked the frame in it. And of course, if I ever change my mind, I could always go in and like just change the lettering on that. I could paint that white and add some more vinyl. I liked the shape of this one that said home sweet home. I'm not super crazy about the design on the front, but again, if I ever change my mind, I could just always change it. And then I am such a sucker for this little cutting board shape. Like everything that comes in the cutting board shape, I want it. So I bought this one, carve pumpkins, drink coffee, enjoy fall. Super cute. So this one could go in my coffee tray or in my regular tier tray. And then I got an apple cider, little farm fresh tag that I think is super cute. And I wish that apple cider was 7 cents per gallon. I know these are meant to be like vintage, and that's why they have prices like that, but we should probably catch this up to 2022 prices, in my humble opinion. And then lastly, I have another cutting board shape that's a bit larger than the other one. I'll show them to you side by side. Eat together, live thankfully, gather often. So super, super cute. Oh, thanks, Dee. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, that's always a super huge help from me. So I would appreciate that. Becca said she found the apple cider tags in Louisiana. Cute. Maybe they'll find some, Becca, because they're basically the same thing. It's just one has black beads and one has the orange beads. I know, actually, it's mind-blowing to those of us who are on the younger side. I can't imagine that stuff used to be that cheap. Super cute. So I know that it is on the smaller side, like I said, for a Target haul, but that's everything that I bought at Target. And I want to say everything was around like $50, maybe $54. I already put the receipt away, so I can't remember the exact price, but not too unreasonable for all the stuff that I got, I don't think. And that's why I like shopping at the Target dollar spot. I also love like the Hearth and Hand collection and basically everything the Target has, because I am basically Target's ideal customer. So I love everything that they have, but I like starting with the Target dollar spot because it is by far the most cost effective. So I'll put the rest of this away and I will grab some of the pieces we are going to be crafting with. And I guess I'll start with weeding the vinyl first. Let me zoom back out a little bit because y'all are kind of zoomed in there. So I have my cutting boards here and my little wooden sign, and I've got some vinyl that I need to weed in an Amazon box because I'm classy. So one thing I'm going to be using today is wood beads. I love these wood beads that I bought actually a couple years ago at this point, but I don't get a ton of opportunities to actually use them in projects. So I saw an opportunity today and I'm so excited about it because I think it's super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I think I'm going to put the rest of these wood beads underneath my table again. I did, and by the way, everything that I'm using, you guys, is linked down in the description below. So if you want to, except for the Target Dollar Spot items, you can't really find links for Target Dollar Spot stuff, really. So that stuff is not linked, but all of the supplies I'm using is all linked below, including this big pack of wood beads. So there were like 1,600 beads or something like that in this pack. And as you can see, they are bagged by different sizes. So I'm gonna take the smallest bag and I'm actually gonna be putting them around the perimeter of one of my cutting boards. So I'll show you what that's gonna look like in a couple minutes. But I did wanna show you this big full pack because I wanted to make sure you saw it. And then I have these beads that I hope I'm gonna have enough to go all the way around my cutting board. If not, we may have to improvise, but I'm just hoping for the best, honestly. I would literally, Target would be literally my dream sponsorship partner. Like, oh my gosh, I think that I would probably go to Craft Heaven if Target contacted me to work with them. I would absolutely die. Did I get a Starbucks while I was there? Well, actually, I was actually there kind of late, so I don't think that they were open, but normally, absolutely, I would. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat my hot glue gun because on this cutting board, what I'm going to be doing is I'm not applying any vinyl. I was like, what can I do to step outside the box that's different from usual vinyl? So what I did is I cut this really simple leaf shape out of like this rose gold colored faux leather, which I'm so sad is out of stock at 143 Vinyl. 143 is out of stock of a lot of their faux leather that looks like this. I did still link it below, but Cricut faux leather is actually really similar and is very similar in like texture and in look. So I did link Cricut's faux leather for you in the description as well. But I cut 8 of them out of the faux leather, and all I'm gonna do on this one is I'm just gonna glue these leaf shapes all over the cutting board. Now my plan is to use this cutting board as a centerpiece for my table most likely. So that's why I'm okay with putting these on top because obviously I'm not going to be using it for food. I'm just going to be using it for decoration as a base for a centerpiece. So I cut 8 of them total and I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to place them, but that is my plan for this cutting board. So I'm going to give my hot glue gun a few more minutes to preheat, but that is the plan for this one. So very simple, but I think it's going to add a really fun high-end look because not that I don't love to stencil stuff, but I just feel like I always turn to chalk paint because you guys know I love chalk paint, which is not a bad thing, but I was like, what else can I do that's like different, you know? And I feel like this would be just a totally different realm of, you know, doing something different, giving it some texture. I especially love the texture difference between the wood and then like the pebble texture of the faux leather. I thought that was super cute. So I'll set this aside and I will get there when my hot glue gun is hot enough. Then on this cutting board, I'm going to be putting some vinyl in the middle. And then this is the cutting board where I'm going to put the beads all the way around the perimeter. So I'm going to be gluing those in place and hopefully we'll have enough. We're going to hope and pray that we have enough to do that. And then this sign guy, I'm just going to do something really simple. I'm just going to put vinyl in the center of it. But I'm going to be using some pattern vinyl on both my vinyl projects. So that's a bit of an overview of what I'm about to do. Next, I just need to weed out some of these vinyl cuts. And then we will get this party started. So this pattern vinyl, which actually, now that I think about it, I think I did forget to link this in the description for you guys. This pattern vinyl is called Pumpkin Plaid. It is also from 143's collection. Ooh, those little tiny pieces are struggling there. I may have to go without them. So the little pumpkins that I chose are from the Fall Phrases bundle that I had, that I got the other sayings from. Ooh. But they have a little curly cue out to the side of them, and I do not think that vinyl is going to cooperate. Renee said, did that come white or did you paint it? No, Renee, it did come white already. So those were its natural colors, which made it super simple for me, and I love that. Okay, that did not turn out quite like I hoped. Oh, wait, maybe we can get it. I'll show you guys here in just a second when I can lay this down. So since I had to cut these pumpkins so small and they have that little tail out to the right, that is going to make this a difficult little project to weed. But we'll get as many with tails as we can. I'd probably cut a lot more pumpkins than I'm honestly going to have the space for. But I just wanted to cut a few so that I could place them after I place my sentiment in the center. And we'll just kind of work with whatever we can get out of these pumpkins. Yeah, this plaid is called Pumpkin Plaid, and I love Pumpkin Plaid. I was still working at 143 when we launched this pattern, and I have been obsessed with it, honestly, since the day that we found it and the day that we launched it. I love, love, love this pattern. And it just has so many good fall colors. There's lots of good fall plaids out there, but I'm a little picky about my plaid. I only like the look of some certain plaid patterns. And I really happen to like Pumpkin Plaid. But I don't think that they're all created equal, in my opinion. Some of them are good and some of them are just okay. Luckily, this is a very simple shape otherwise, though. So, and if you were cutting it bigger, it wouldn't be a problem. It's just because I only cut mine, I think, like 1.5 inches wide. So it is pretty small. And all of the patterns at 143 are printed on top of StarCraft HD. So that means that they are super high quality, which is great. That's honestly probably the only reason why these little stems survived. Hang on, gotta do a little surgery here. I got my stem stuck on the back of my vinyl. Thank goodness for stab and grab tweezers. Whoop, there we go, come off there. Come on, there we go. Good deal. Okay, so they all survived, which is honestly kind of a miracle. But I'm gonna go back through and get this little piece in the center. And then I will stick some transfer tape on it. Oh, it's gonna be difficult, aren't ya? Yep, sure are. You guys, it never fails. I'm like, oh, this will be easy. Oh, famous last words of every crafter. This will take 5 minutes. Said every crafting wife to her husband. Do y'all ever do that? I am literally infamous for how horribly inaccurate all of my time estimates always are. Like, horribly so. Oh no! Don't do that. Okay. We got it. That was a close one, y'all. Come on. Sorry, guys, I'm getting quiet because I'm trying to focus. That one might be a goner. Come on, buddy. There we go. That's true, Chris, and I could just say it's a lead. I know, Serge and Alex, I definitely feel like I'm doing surgery with vinyl like this. I think that a lot of times, too, the people who design SVG files, they don't exactly understand crafting, or like they don't do it themselves. So a crafter who is designing an SVG file, like Miss Ashley, did you guys know Ashley from Chip Builds sells SVG files? They are very cute. They're in her Etsy shop, Chip Builds. But a crafter would never stick a stem on this thin because they would understand the implications of that. But like somebody who doesn't know anything about crafting, you know, they're like, oh, that's cute. Pumpkins do tend to have that curly stem. So that's why they end up putting it on there. Candace said, my husband just knows not to expect me to be done when I say, yeah, absolutely. My husband does not believe anything I say when it comes to the time that it will take me to be done with something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Honestly, you can probably double it. And I still might be wrong, depending on what it is. It just depends. But that's what makes us creative types so fun, right? A lot of times, oh no, you guys. Let's see if this is gonna come off and make my life easier or harder. Come on, little fall. Oh yes, okay. I think we're in the clear. Ha! We made it, you guys. That was close. As I said, I thought that was my only fine piece, and then this little fall came in and was like, oh yeah? Oh. I'm glad I have you guys to understand me. That's right, Ashley, you do have to be both. You have to be both a crafter, and if you want to design SVG files for crafters, then you understand us. And that makes everybody so much happier. Because the SVG files are made for our machines and for us to use. All right. So on the white cutting board, I'm going to be doing Welcome Fall in black, but I do have this same basic leaf that I cut out of faux leather. I cut a big leaf out of pumpkin plaid, and I'm going to put the pumpkin plaid leaf down first and then put the black over top of it. So that will be super cute. Hi, Cindy. I am just weeding the pieces that I'm going to be, pardon me, crafting today. I did a Target haul, a small Target haul of the things that I got from the Target dollar spot for fall. And now I'm going to be crafting just a couple of the pieces I bought. Whew, see, the rest of my weeding was super easy. Go team. Now that Diana said her husband knows to double or triple the time that she tells him. Exactly. Exactly, Diana. You guys are speaking my language. I wish that we could call Andrew up and you guys could tell him that it's normal for me to be really bad at my time estimates, because he just thinks I'm crazy because he's really, really good at it. Mary said, just made a shirt with penguin pattern vinyl from 143 Vinyl this weekend. I really need to get some fall pattern vinyl. Love the apple banner you have there. Yes, it's so cute. So, so cute. 143 has lots of cute patterns. So yeah, there we go. All right, so I am using Swamp Green. Actually, let's start with that one because I think that one might take the longest with my beads. Okay. No, we're gonna start with the quickest one and then work our way to the longer one. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, I picked the green for the Hello Fall because I just thought it was like something different. I didn't want to use like the same old like orange or red. I was like, what other colors are here in pumpkin plaid? And I saw the green, and so I picked up the Swamp Green that is by StarCraft HD, and that is what I am using as the color Swamp Green. Ooh, fun! And Kathy is rearranging rooms to get a new craft area. That's fun. Super fun. All right, so I'm going to cut these pieces apart. I should have put that strip closer to these guys, but that's okay. Whoops. I'm going to burnish everything, and then we will get to applying. I'll save this strip for another project. Stick it on the side of my table here. Whoops. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and burnish with my squeegee or apply pressure. I know it honestly, Swamp Green looks like it was made for pumpkin plaid. And it totally wasn't, because pumpkin plaid has been out a lot longer than Swamp Green, but I am obsessed. I think it turned out so cute. Oh, wait a minute. You guys, I forgot the welcome. Whoopsie. What if the transfer tape will fit it? No, it's not quite wide enough. So I will go ahead and grab a new piece because I don't want that to become difficult. Kristen said she just got a swatch ring from 143 so you can pick colors better. Yes, that makes it so much easier. So I know this solution might not work for everyone, but what I did before I went off on my own, after I was going to not work at 143 anymore, I bought an all pack of StarCraft HD. I bought the 12 by 24 sheets because even though I'm close to 143, and of course I can go in and get stuff when I need to, I wanted to have one of each because it just makes it easier to choose colors when you have that full sheet. And it's not, if you do it in adhesive, like with StarCraft HD, it's not that expensive to do. So that's what I did so that I have literally a color sample of every single color. But a swatch ring is a great thing to have if you guys don't already have one. Because that way you can see all the color options in person. Because we all know what it's like to shop online. Sometimes it works fine, but honestly, the reality is sometimes you just need to see it. Especially as crafty people who are generally visual, we definitely need to see our stuff in person. Thanks, Dee. So this, all the SVG files, except for the leaf. The leaf is just a Cricut Design Space file that I gave you guys the image number for in the description. But the pumpkin, the hello fall, and the welcome fall are all from an SVG bundle linked below. It's called Fall Phrases. So if you guys want these SVGs, I try to use, you know, a file bundle that you guys can just buy one bundle so you don't have to buy like a bazillion. So I tried to keep it simple for y'all. Okay, now I forgot my parchment paper, but that's what I'm gonna use on our sign first, because I'm gonna place the, oh wait, is this too wide? Oh no, you guys, what was I thinking? We'll just, you know what, we'll go this way. We'll have to remove this piece, but we'll go sideways and then put some pumpkins in here. But either way, no, I'm probably not gonna get parchment paper then, because if I'm just gonna go sideways, that's gonna be super easy. So I'll just go ahead and place this, but you could use the parchment paper trick with applying vinyl here if you struggle with that, or if you're unsure about the placement. This one, I basically have to center it. I thought I had measured the width of this, but I must have measured the height by accident. That's okay. We like a horizontal sign too, honestly. We like all the signs. All right, so I'm just going to center this over top of my sign. Then when I think I figured out where I want it, I'm going to push my hands together so that that center section can go down first. And then I'll kind of push out from the center. Wait a minute. Well, okay. There. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's like super crooked. Hold on. Goodness gracious. I said I don't need parchment paper, and then I eat my own words, huh? I might see if I can peel that L off of there and straighten that up. That's a little rough looking. Let's see if we can fix it up. There, because it's not a super, it's a little bit of a porous background, which means it's going to be easy to peel up. So let's put it back on some transfer tape, and then we'll be able to fix it right up. Wait a minute, I need it to go like this. There we go. Whoop. I feel like I've said this before, but half of crafting is honestly just knowing how to correct your mistakes. Like, that's how a lot of times the key to crafting is just knowing what to do if you do it wrong. Because I, by no stretch of the imagination, am the perfect crafter. I make mistakes in my projects all the time, just like everybody else does. So I'm going to place these separate and then cut them apart so that, I can place them individually. It looks a little funky, doesn't it? So intentionally, since I knew I was going to move the location of this L, I did not apply very much pressure or burnish very hard. So that's something you might want to keep in mind if you know that you are going to move something. Try not to put a ton of pressure on it, because that is going to help it stick to the surface even better. So now we can replace each of our L's, and I'll try to do it, like kind of evenly space it, but It's kind of the whole look, you know? Diana said, I have no idea how you can craft. Look at the chat, all that kind of stuff. Connie said, I do that more often than I need to admit. Honestly, I'm here with you guys. I'm here with you guys. And honestly, guys, the only reason I can do this is because it's a lot of practice. It is super overwhelming to do all this at once, if I'm being honest with you. But it's because I've been doing it for a long time. Like, getting to do it with 143 for a couple years before I did it for my own channel really was so helpful in learning how to multitask. And even sometimes I neglect the crafts or I neglect the chat. I certainly am not perfect in it, but just like you guys saw, sometimes you just got to correct your mistakes, and it's not perfect, but it'll still be super cute. We'll add in some cute little pumpkins, and then it'll be very adorable. Actually, maybe I just want one pumpkin. I don't know. No, because then you'll kind of see how off-center it is. So maybe we'll do one there, one a little lower. How many pumpkins do you guys think? Yep, Ashley streams too. She said it's hard to do both. It really is, you guys. It is not, it's not as graceful as we sometimes make it look. I don't know, y'all, because if I get really close, do we keep it even and do like 4 or just 3? What do you guys think? Yeah, Leanne, if the shirt's for you, heck yeah, wear it anyway. Kristen said 1 down by fall. You think, yeah, because you got all that extra space over there. So maybe we'll like tip it the other way. And then you guys think 4 to keep it even? Or you could move the A down. First L, and I put the second. Sorry, I'm trying to read your comments. The second L down. Yeah, that's true. So many options. You guys think 3? Okay. Keep odd numbers. Okay. For sure. All right. Well, then I will do... Okay. So you think 2... Ooh, guys, this is hard. Where this is offset a little bit, I'm like, my eye is thrown off here. So maybe like that then. Nope. That can't be right. Nope, nope, nope. You guys think like that? Is that better? Take away the 1 down by the L. Okay. Put 3 together over fall. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. 3, take 1 away from the beginning of hello. Well, okay, so then would the other one go down here then? Whoop. Hello, hello, you guys. You guys, everyone say hello to, I think the Craftable Things is Patrice. I'm going to click on your profile and make sure that I have that right, Patrice. But you guys, I met Patrice at Wallapalooza in North Dakota, and she is literally the sweetest human being on the planet. I'm going to make sure that I have that right, Patrice. And that I'm not calling you the wrong name. Okay, good. I had to see your face to make sure. You guys, Patrice is literally the greatest. She's so amazing. I'm so glad you're here, Patrice. Okay, you guys are saying 2 on the left and 1 on the right. Okay. Y'all think like this? That sort of... Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many opinions. I'm struggling. Oh my gosh. Ooh, overlap. 2 on one side. You guys, there's so many options. Okay, I'm going to go with this arrangement here because I think I'm the happiest with it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do because we got other crafts to get to, y'all. We can't spend our whole day on just one, even though I'd love to. Okay, so there's number 1. number 2, we'll put a little higher. So we create kind of that unbalanced 3 look, and then we'll put another one down low and tip it. Maybe we'll do it either straight or tipped in. And it's kind of interesting because this is a plaid, some of like the white kind of gets lost in the background, but I actually don't mind that. I think it's a really, really cute look. Hello, hello. Yeah, y'all are okay. So there's lots of opinions, but I think overall y'all are agreeing with me. I agree. I think this is best because otherwise it looked too squished over here on the right, and we certainly don't want that. Beautiful. Target haul craft number 1 is finished. So let's go ahead and glue the leaves on the cutting board, which is going to be super easy. And I'm going to try, so I was thinking about this. I'm not going to even try and put hot glue on these stems because they are so small. I don't want to try and have I don't want to try to put glue down there and have glue kind of seeping out the side. So I'm just going to put some glue around the edges of the big part of the leaf, and we're going to call it a day. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad you love it. Yeah, I should have done some different size leaves. I think that might have, or excuse me, pumpkins. I think that would have helped too. And I actually kind of like this arrangement, so I think I'm just going to go with it. I'll just kind of glue one at a time. And I'll just have to be really gentle with this, of course. I'm not going to be able to put anything like, you know, super rough on it. Otherwise, these leaves will probably come right off. But since it's just a piece of decor, I won't do anything crazy with it anyways. And I'm going to try and push down on those areas that have like big lumps of hot glue because I don't want a bunch of big dots. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try and prevent that where I can. Okay, so maybe this one kind of move like that. And this one's going to probably be the fastest of all, super quick and easy. Kristen said hot glue in the stems is a hot glue burn. Absolutely, absolutely. That is a hot glue burn waiting to happen. We all know we don't have a lot of fingerprints left as crafters anyways. No need to make it worse. Put this one kind of low so that it's a little bit out of the way. Okay. And I thought about, I considered all different types of glues today when I was thinking through this project, but I kind of figured that hot glue would just keep it really simple. I thought about E6000 if you wanted something a little bit more permanent. Stick that right there. Maybe twist it a little. There. Cute. I love this. Yeah, that's what I think too, Connie. Just kind of cute and simple. Nothing too fancy or anything. So if you guys are interested in a wireless hot glue gun, I think this one is super fun. I really do like having it wireless. It can stay off of the charger for up to 2 minutes at a time. So it doesn't have a super long timeline, but it's really helpful if you're making stuff like paper flowers where you're going to be gluing a bunch. It is really super helpful. Just flip it over, put it right about there. And then I'll glue this one first before I do the final one. There we go. And that way I put a little bit more space between this leaf and this one. I think I might scoot that one down a little bit and put it up like that. Diana says, have I ever used Reptile Premium Craft Adhesive Vinyl? No, I haven't, Diana. Is that something you get from Amazon? I don't think I've heard of that brand before. Oh, that's true, Kristen. She said with the hot glue gun, you could probably change out the shapes for different times a year. Yeah, you could do the same thing with like, you could do like green leather Christmas trees. There's so many options you could do. Cute. Okay, I have one more. Do we need a tree anywhere else? I thought I did. Maybe. But maybe I lost it, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure I had one at some point, but we're going to call this one Cute and Simple. And this one is done. And I just love the shiny copper on the contrast with the wood. So cute. Okay. So our final craft is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to be here a little longer than I said, but as we discussed, with the timing, it's never right anyways. I really am going to get some parchment paper for this one though, because I want to make sure that I center the leaf correctly on my cutting board there. All right. So here is like an old wrinkly, ooh, Renee, that's a great idea. Glitter snowflakes. That would be so cute. Uh-oh. I used the vinyl setting, there we go, on my StarCraft HD, but it looks like in some spots that may have been a little bit too deep. But that's all right. We got her. All right. So I'm going to use the parchment paper method to make sure that I place my leaf exactly where I want it. Like this. Yep, I think that's good. I'm not going to go too crazy with like measuring it or anything, but I just like having my vinyl be able to be repositionable. Yeah. I'll look at it through the camera and make sure, but I think that that is pretty centered. Probably not perfect, but pretty close. So I'll just lift up my transfer tape, remove my parchment paper, and then squeegee my way down. And then I wanted to add some dimension, which is why I cut the Welcome Fall out of the black as well. Because I felt like this leaf just wasn't enough. I could have made it bigger, but I wanted to just add some layers of dimension. So I actually cut the pumpkin plaid first, and then I was like, I think we could do better. So I found this SVG to go over top. So now the magic of the parchment paper method is that I can see through it to make sure that I place my vinyl exactly where I want it, even with another layer. Now, can I see perfectly through it? No, but I can see well enough through it that I think it'll still help me position everything exactly where I want it to be. Okay, so once I have it, you'll see I have a strip of transfer tape like open at the top of the parchment paper, and that helps anchor it down in place. Then I lift up my transfer tape, remove the parchment paper, and just lower it down nice and slow. And there we are. I also knew when I created this when I was putting these SVGs together, that I wanted the fall to sit on top of the leaf. So that was something else that I took into account, was that I wanted the fall to sit on top of the leaf because I thought it would really make the black vinyl pop. And there we have it. So now that we have our design here in the center, now I'm going to go around with the beads and I'm going to glue them around the edges just using some hot glue. So again, it's not going to be crazy secure. I'm still going to have to be really easy with it and not abuse it too much, but I think as a table centerpiece, that will be totally fine. Yeah, and you guys might have this bundle as well because it was pretty popular, I think maybe last year. is when I bought that. So I've had it for a bit. Okay, so this is the smallest size of wood beads that came in my kit. I apologize, I don't know what size that is because I can't remember what size I bought, but I'm just gonna keep it around the round part. I think I'm gonna leave the handle out. So I'm just gonna start laying down a line of hot glue and then placing beads accordingly. These beads also do have holes in the sides, so I'm gonna put the holes like side to side so that you can't see them from the front. I think that will help with the look also. And I'm gonna have to move a little quickly, of course, because my hot glue is going to dry otherwise. But this is how I planned to do it. So nothing too fancy, whoops. Hold on, y'all. My hot glue is all drying on me, but I can probably peel it off if necessary. Okay, we're gonna put a little dot there. And I pulled that one off because I didn't have the holes facing the side so you could see the hole from the front. There. So that's what it looks like so far. And I think that's gonna add some really, really cute dimension. Yeah, Diana said she really loves her Lin. I do too. This is like my main hot glue gun most of the time. This is the main one that I'm always using. I'm just gonna stick some hot glue there in the back. Maybe I'll have a few beads out ready to roll so that I can move a little quicker. And we'll just keep on adding glue. And adding beads. I don't want the line of hot glue to be too long though, because obviously I don't want it to dry before I can get to it. But if I move fast, I think I can make it happen. But like I said too, you could probably honestly peel this off because it's not all that stuck to the wood. So if you like had a section where you messed up or you needed to go back, you probably could. That one didn't stick very well. So let's try my theory out and see if we can peel off the hot glue. And I dropped a bead, so I'm gonna grab it. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't peel off perfectly, but it peels off enough that I can add more. So that's easy enough. And I know you guys can see it's not perfectly even from the top, but when you look at it from like this angle, you really can't even tell. So that's cool too. Oh, Diana, no, I have not seen that trick. Oh my gosh. Diana said, I watched someone, maybe me, Alex, but it wasn't, put those wooden beads in a baggie with chalk paint and smush them around, and they came out perfect. That's such a good idea because I always struggle with that. Yes, that's true, Connie. I could have painted the beads. I was kind of looking for a rustic look, and honestly, I just didn't want to paint them because they usually take a long time. But I may have to try that trick, Diana, because I have not heard that before about putting them in a baggie and like smushing them around. Because I have painted these beads on a like a skewer before, and it worked okay, but it definitely took a long time and it was definitely tedious. So if there is a better way, I would love to hear it and love to try it out. Because like I said, when I ordered these beads, I got like 1,600. So that's a lot. A lot. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I kind of got this idea because last time I was at Michael's, a lot of the blanks had beaded edges. Actually, maybe it was Hobby Lobby. Yeah, at Hobby Lobby, a lot of the blanks had beaded edges. And I thought, ooh, what else can I do? So I decided to try this. So this is my first time giving it a real shot, but I think it's turning out pretty well, honestly. There. Oh, kind of didn't make it for that last one, so peel that glue off of there. Yeah, I thought about stringing them too, and like gluing the strand around the edge, but I wasn't sure if I would get them all very even. So I don't know. I debated all kinds of ways to do this, and I kind of deemed that this might be easiest, but honestly, I could be totally wrong. Oh, I gotta push in my glue stick a little bit better in this next round here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna set this down for a second and let those kind of set, and I'm gonna feed that glue stick through. Another reason though that I do love this glue gun is that it does a really good job of feeding the glue stick in. Sorry guys, my face is over that. It does a really good job of feeding the glue stick in from the back. So once you have it start to push in, like it does a really, really good job. Oh, Diana, that's super cool. Yeah, if you come across that video, if you'll send that to me, I would love to see it. Yeah, that's true, Renee. You can buy these already on a string. I just bought this because whatever. Oh, I was making them last fall. I did a video on a paper pumpkin banner, and I wanted to string my beads in between my little pumpkins, and it turned out very cute actually. But that's technically what I bought these beads for. So they worked well for that purpose, and I've been thinking about what I can do with them because now I have so many left over. Ooh. There we go. And when I get to the other side, it will be trickier. I'll probably have to hold my cutting board from a different angle because I don't want to sit my, beads down on the table and peel them off. This will be a little experiment. I'll let you guys know how it goes. If I lose any beads this fall, I'll let you know. See if I can fit one more there on the end. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Renee. Dee said I should do things the way that I feel best always. Well, there's always more than one way to do it. See you later, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, so I'm sitting it up on the handle now. I know it's a little closer to the camera, but that way I don't have to sit this directly on any of the beads. But I think that that's one of the best things about crafting. It can get really technical sometimes, or people get really technical or opinionated about how things should go. But at the end of the day, that's kind of the whole point why we're all doing this, right? So we can do it however we think is best, or we can learn from each other when we don't do it the best way. Because that's part of my job, is trying things out for you guys so that I can save you materials and time and money on finding the best way to do things. And that's what I always try and teach, is that here's where we're at so far, y'all. I think it's turning out so cute. I love it. I'm very happy with it. Okay, now I'm gonna hold it by the leg, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it by the leg underneath it while I work on the next section. I'll add some more beads, and it looks like we're gonna make it around the whole perimeter, so yay. I'll put a little barrier there with my weeding tools. But anyway, I think it can get a little bit, people get really opinionated about the best way to do things. But that's kind of the fun of it, right? Is it's your art, so you get to do it however you want to do it. And if you want to share your experience of things that worked well or things that didn't work well, that's up to you. But that's part of why, that's what I feel like my mission is for all of you, is to help you guys be less overwhelmed and spend more time being inspired. And hopefully I can help save you some time and money, because I experiment with the way, that a certain technique works or something like that. And then I can let you know, based on my experience, what I found. That's the whole idea. Jennifer said, tilt them in opposite directions. I don't know what you mean, Jennifer. I think so too, Kristen. Thanks. I'm so excited about this. And I really hoped it would look as cute as it did in my head, you know? I'm sure you guys have experienced that when you're like, in my brain, this is really cute. I'm just really hoping that it pans out. Really hope that it looks as good as it does in my head. Because in my head, it looks great. But sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't, even for me. Like, I hope you guys, if you are new around here or, you know, maybe we don't know each other yet, my goal is to remind you that I'm just a regular crafter like you. I love crafting with you guys and all this kinds of stuff. And I mean, I do consider myself a professional expert crafter, but I am still just a regular crafter at the same time. I definitely make stuff that I would make differently if I have to do it over, or doesn't look as good in my head as it does in person, or the idea just straight up is not, you know, what I hoped it would be. I have a little more experience than probably some of you do, but at the same time, I'm just a human being. Oh no, Jennifer, don't be embarrassed. It's okay. No worries. No need to be embarrassed here. Sometimes I just want to, you know, understand what you guys are saying, because I value your opinion a lot too, you know, when it comes to these kinds of projects. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, if I'm going to finish this off, I'm going to dump out a few more beads. And so this one, I'm trying to look at like kind of where I stopped so that I can stop in a similar place. So I kind of stopped the glue about here. So I don't need to go all the way to the edge. See if that looks good. Oh, good, Leanne. I'm so glad that you have learned so much from my videos. That's my hope. Ooh, okay, guys. Last bead. Oh, I think it turned out so cute. Let me see if I can zoom out. Hold on. I don't know that I can, actually. There we go. There's what she looks like. And I don't know if I mentioned this when I was working on it, but I did use glossy StarCraft HD, which I don't normally do. But the reason I used glossy black is because the pumpkin plaid was already glossy. So I decided to use glossy on the black so that it matched the same like tone, you know? Sorry guys, I was just making sure. Roseanne said, I really like that, Alex. I almost picked it up at Target Dollar Spot, but wasn't sure where I could put it in my crowded house. I know the feeling, and I feel like I rebuy a lot of the same stuff every single year. Thanks, Mary. Oh, cool, Sue. You just got done watching my Tumblr series. Oh, thanks, Dee. Cheryl said, now all we need is an apple pie. I know, right? Getting us in the fall mood. Kristen said, are you going to do anything on the handle? You know, Kristen, I thought about going all the way around the handle too, but I feel like that's going to take it from looking cute to like a little too much. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to leave the handle plain. It is so fun, Connie. Tina said I should put together a crafting blooper reel, although, well, that didn't work out project. That's a great idea, Tina. And I've thought about doing that with some of the things that I say in my videos, like the mess ups that I have in my footage, but it'd be funny to do that with all the crafts that I didn't love, because there have been plenty, and I do usually take a picture. Sometimes I post it, sometimes I don't, but I at least have photos of a lot of them. Sorry guys, I was scrolling up kind of far in the chat. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, Kristen, it is tricky when you are buying stuff. I do try to buy things in the Target dollar spot that I do actually have like plans and thoughts for. It's kind of hard to come up with it on the spot, but if I really can't think of anything, I try to put it back because you can spend a lot of money at the Target dollar spot, even on stuff that's cheap. I mean, if you buy a bunch of stuff you have no idea what you're going to use it for, then it's really not worth it for you. You know, even if it looks cute, like for me, or like it looks cute for somebody else, if it's not useful for you, then it's really not the best for you. That's right, Candace. She said, no embarrassment in this group. We're all laid back and fun. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try that, Diana, because that sounds like such a good idea. That's such a good idea. Diana, were you the one who suggested I put the plastic wrap over the lids of the chalk paint? Because that has turned out so good. Oh, Wanda said our Target remodeled and they downsized the Target dollar spot. So discouraging. Oh my gosh, I'd be so sad because that is literally, like, my husband literally, when we go together, he, like, is trying to pull me out of there as fast as I can. And I'm like, you just go on and look at whatever you want to. Just leave me here. Because I'll be here a while. Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys like it. I know, and honestly, they lined up really well. I really wasn't sure. I was taking a little bit of a risk, and I was like, this is going to be one of those things that is either super cute or a total mess, and I don't know which it's going to be. Ooh, Renee, you're right. She said a little bow would be cute on the top in between the beads. Like a copper bow or like a rose gold bow using this faux leather. That's such a good idea. Okay, well, I don't have time to cut one right now, but maybe I will. Like a little bow right there. Oh, that would be so cute. You guys are geniuses. Absolute geniuses. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Like twine would be cute. Y'all, you have good ideas. Thanks for the suggestion. I love that. See you later, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, yes. So cute. Joni said, I'm watching the beginning. When weeding small things, I put the pointy part of my weeder on the difficult part, then weed in the opposite direction. Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, Tina, that would be really pretty on these beads. I know. I thought about painting them. Oh my gosh, Mary's getting a Hobby Lobby, Mary. I'm so jealous. So jealous. That would be so amazing. I love Hobby Lobby. I do have to like go kind of far for one, so I don't get to go as often as I go to like Michael's, but I do absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to put all my projects together so you guys can see them all in one shot, and then I'm going to run so that I can make it to Bible study on time. Luckily, I already have dinner ready, so I try really, really hard not to cook on Tuesday nights between doing tutorial Tuesday and trying to get to Bible study. I basically never get it done if I cook on Tuesdays, so I'm eating leftovers tonight, which is even better. All right, so here's cutting board 1 and cutting board 2. They both have the legs on them on the side, and I will show you the tag in case you guys want to confirm. So this one says, it just says wood riser. So that's what it looks like for the brown one. And then, yep, that's what I thought, Diana. I'm pretty sure that was you. No, but that's such a good idea. And that has worked so well for me. Like, I'm still using that hack, so that was genius. Here's what the tag looks like for the white riser. I keep calling it a cutting board because it's the shape of a cutting board, but I guess it's probably technically just a riser since it's so small. Okay, and I'm going to take my face out of it just so you guys can see everything really well. Here's what the cutting boards look like, and then here's what the little Hello Fall sign turned out to be. So, oh, and here's the tag of that before I set it down. That's what the tag looks like for the little black and white wood blank. So that's everything. So really, really simple, fun DIYs, and that's what I recommend you focus on if you're gonna go do something like a Dollar Tree run or like a Target Dollar Spot run. I like to go with really, really simple projects that just takes them up a little bit of a notch. Oh yes, exactly, Diana. I love that. Freezer meals are such a great idea. Oh, that's good to know, Cheryl. She said Home Depot has a lot of wooden things cheaper. I don't normally go to Home Depot for my stuff because I have a Lowe's much, much closer, but I'll have to check that out, Cheryl. Thanks for the suggestion. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dee. I sure will say a prayer for all of you. I pray over you guys all the time. Thank you guys, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I always have so much fun going live with all of you and hanging out and just being with my crafty fam because you guys are my favorite. So I'm going to send it back to my face so I can send you off well, and all the usual stuff. If you haven't already and you learned something new, if you'll give this video a like, that is super, super helpful. You can also leave a comment currently while we're live in the live chat, or you can leave a comment down below if you're watching the replay. In fact, if you'll put hashtag replay in the comments, then I'll know that you're seeing this later after the live. And if you want to see more crafts like this from me, every single Tuesday I post a new video. So don't forget to subscribe to DIY Alex for more crafts a lot like this one. I love you guys so much, all the hearts, and I'll see you again really